Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Dan Rayner Fitness. So today is leg day, and that means it's time for one thing. It means it's time for a pre-workout. Now at the moment I've been using MusclePharm's Iron Pump. In my opinion, one of the best I've ever used. This is actually my second tub at the moment. I've used both flavours, Fruit Punch and Pink Lemonade, and think Fruit Punch is by far the nicest. With some pre-workouts, some of them I get a headache, some tend me to crash in the gym early, or some just don't react to me very well at all. And especially the pre-workouts, most of them these days have a beta-alanine ingredient in there. That itchiness, that tingling sensation you get in your lips really doesn't bode well for me. With this one, it hasn't got that ingredient in there, so that works well for me. Also, I would say with pre-workouts, guys, don't rely on them. Too many people use their workouts every single day. Eventually the body's going to get used to that, adapt to it, and it just won't have an effect anymore. I've had some people come up to me in the gym and say, my pre-workout used to work, but now it doesn't work. And then I'll say to them, how many days a week are you using it? And they'll say, 7 days. I use it every single day. And I use 2 to 3 scoops at a time. Well, of course, your body's going to get used to it and adapt to it. It needs to be cycled. Save it for them big days, them leg days, them back days, them big compound movement days. It needs to be cycled. Otherwise, like anything, the body will adapt and get used to it. At the end of the day, guys, even if it's just a placebo effect, even if it's just something in your mind just to get you going for the workout, then in my eyes, a pre-workout's worth taking. I've used a lot of pre-workouts. There's more I recommend than just the Iron Pump by MusclePharm. I've also used Universal Nutrition's Animal Pump and also Gaspari's Super Pump Max, the old one, not the new one. Didn't like the new one. So yeah, give them a go. Feel free to leave me a comment and let's go and train them wheels.
Now this is a Zercher squat. It's great for developing core, back and leg strength, but also puts a lot of pressure on your traps and upper back. Because of the way it's performed, it allows you to go into a very deep squat, activating the hamstrings and the glutes a lot more. Now I have my heels on small plates to give me more ankle flexibility and to allow me to form a deeper squat. If you struggle with depth in your squats, guys, then try adding plates under your heels to give you more range of motion. For the first 3 weeks of my 10-week plan, I'll be mainly using straight sets with the occasional drop set now and then. In this video I'm working my triceps with a classic rope pull down. I exaggerate my stance, push my elbows out very slightly, and as I get to the bottom I open up my hands to hit the outer part of my tricep, or the horseshoe muscle. On this exercise, as you see, I'm performing a drop set. So I start off with my normal set, then once I finish, I drop the weight by maybe a quarter or half, and then perform another set with no rest. I like to use this technique, guys, just to shock the muscles and to push them to their limit. Always remembering to get that one big final squeeze at the end. This is probably one of my favourite exercises for biceps, a dumbbell hammer curl. Now due to the way you hold the dumbbell, it takes a lot of pressure off your wrists, allowing you to really focus on that bicep. I'm performing this exercise with both dumbbells at the same time, but as I start to fatigue, I then go into alternate arms, just to help me concentrate more on my technique. Now I won't lie, my technique wasn't perfect, but on this is where I want to show you a technique called cheat reps. As I fatigue towards the end, I use a very slight swing just to get the dumbbell up so I can contract and squeeze it. It won't hurt to add this style of lifting once in a while so that your body can experience lifting heavier weights. In my opinion, the best finisher for triceps is a tricep dip. Never rule out body weighted exercises, guys, they definitely have their place in overall body development. I like to go until failure to really finish off my triceps, ensuring I go down to 90 degrees, but also avoiding locking out at the top. Remember guys, your arm is 2/3 triceps. Don't always put your focus on biceps. You want bigger arms? Then get dipping.
So my diet this week has been spot on. I've consistently hit my protein, carbohydrate and fat intake, as well as ensuring I'm getting plenty of fluid on board. Remember, consistency is the key. Now I'd like to discuss the topic of cheat meals. Now when people hear the word diet, then they automatically assume that means cutting out all the foods they enjoy, all the foods they like to overindulge. That's not always the case. And they just think that it's always going to be broccoli and chicken 24/7. Now fair enough, my diet is probably made up of mostly boring, dry foods, but I do have my breaking points. I mean, many a times on a Saturday night, I've overindulged and probably eaten 2, maybe 3,000 calories just through pizza, ice cream, or even a ton of chocolate. But there is a way you can control all of this without straying too far from your nutritional plan. Now, at the end of the day, you want to make this into a healthy lifestyle. You don't want to just label it as a diet. You need to plan cheat meals that you've deserved so you don't feel guilty either. Most people attempt to go for a diet plan and don't indulge once, and then eventually they just go mental and cave in and eat all the foods they want for days, and eventually they're straying way past their nutritional plan. And then eventually they just think, well, what's the point in dieting? It's just way too hard. Now, there's a way you can control all of this, and I'm going to show you how.
So this was my dinner on Saturday night. We have 2 double cheeseburgers and a medium-sized chips from McDonald's, as well as an ordinary-sized Dairy Milk chocolate bar and a Coke Zero. In fact, the lady at McDonald's gave me a double cheeseburger by mistake, and I had to throw one of the burgers away. That was hard, believe me, but if you want the results, you've got to have that little bit of willpower. To work out my cheat meal using the app MyFitnessPal, I simply added in what I was going to have for dinner, making sure it was a realistic portion size cheat meal. Then I just worked out my other clean eating foods to make up the calories. I may have had to drop certain foods throughout the day, but it was worth it to allow me to get my cheat meal. So at the end of the day, I still hit my calories, hit my protein, hit my carbs, and hit my fat levels. It's as easy as that, guys.
So with a little bit of willpower, hard work, dedication, and some time spent working out your calories, you can easily fit in a cheat meal throughout the week. So you get rid of your cravings so you can enjoy the good things in life. Now, if you're still struggling with one cheat meal, then incorporate 2 cheat meals, and then eventually try and work it down to 1 cheat meal. And then if you're still struggling, just ask yourself, would you rather something that tastes nice for 10 minutes? Or would you rather a healthier lifestyle and a better body for the rest of your life? The choice is yours. Okay, so that's it for this week, guys. Remember to join in next week where I'll be discussing more about my diet. I also want to talk about my supplements I'm using at the moment and also what kind of cardio I'm doing at the moment to help me get rid of some body fat. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and also look at my other social media websites. And until next time.